All right, Harry. Today's topic is the guard at the tomb, and we're in Matthew chapter 27 from 62 onwards. It says, the next day, the one after preparation day, the chief priests and the Pharisees went to Pilate. Sir, they said, we remember that while he was still alive, that deceiver said, after 3 days I will rise again. So give the order for the tomb to be made secure until the third day. Otherwise, his disciples may come and steal the body and tell the people that he has been raised from the dead. This last deception will be worse than the first. Take a guard, Pilate answered. Go make the tomb as secure as you know how. So they went and made the tomb secure by putting a seal on the stone and posting the guard.
Yeah, so this story is only told in the Gospel of Matthew. The Sanhedrin people, the leading Sadducees and Pharisees, are back seeing Pilate again. Early the day before, they were in Pilate's courtyard with Jesus, asking Pilate to crucify him. Pilate resisted, knowing Jesus was innocent, yet caved and did it. It all happened to Jesus on the day of preparation for the Passover. Jesus had been convicted by the Sanhedrin, convicted before Pilate, beaten, abused, scourged, crucified, and died, and was buried, all on this preparation day before the main holy day. That night, after sundown, all Jerusalem had participated in the Passover meal, one of the high holy days of the year. Now, the next day, still the Passover Sabbath day, these leaders have an unusual request. Justin, what is it?
Yeah, they want to put a seal on the tomb and have some guards posted there.
Yeah, so that they think Jesus might escape. It sounds a little...
Well, I think it's interesting. We don't really know what they're thinking too well, but they do say that they're worried that the disciples might come and steal them. But it was interesting to me, and it's always been interesting to me, that they remembered this was the disciples were in agony during this time, but they remembered what Jesus's words were.
Yeah, the 3 days was really bothering them. The disciples, they had somehow that they thought it was over, and yet these folks were thinking they didn't know what was going to happen, but they didn't want it to happen. And things had gone badly the day before, because instead of disposing of Jesus' body like they normally did for crucified convicts, Joseph of Arimathea had come to the rescue and had taken Jesus' body and given it a royal burial. Pilate relented again and gave them what they wanted. Justin, was the tomb secure, Roman soldiers and all?
It was for the first little bit, right? But we know that it was no match for an angel, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right. And the angel came, and it says, how brave were the soldiers? It says they became like dead men. So these guards reported all this to the chief priests. That paid off well for the soldiers. They were bribed to make up a story. What was the main role that the soldiers played for us? They were human witnesses to Jesus' resurrection. So how do we know the real story? I love this. In Acts 6, verse 7, it says that a large number of priests became obedient to the faith. The testimony of the soldiers helped convince these priests that the Messiah's story was true. They added their story to the disciples' story, and now Matthew could add this part to the Jesus gospel. When Jesus was born, the shepherds were witnesses. When Jesus died, all Jerusalem was witness. And when Jesus was resurrected, the soldiers had this privilege. Truth always has evidence.
Amen. Thanks a lot for this, Harry.
Thank you.